Okay, let's take a look at these two. Now, we got g divided by f of -2. We can rewrite this as g of -2 over f of -2. Now, g of -2 is evaluating this function. So we're going to plug -2 in for the x. So I got 1 over 2 times -2 plus 1. And then f of -2, we're going to plug -2 in for this x. So we got 2 times -2. So we got 1 over 2 times -2 is -4 plus 1. 2 times -2 is -4. -4 plus 1 is -3. And then I got a -4 here. Now, two ways you could do this, and I'll show both of them. If you ever have a single fraction up on your numerator, you can take its denominator and put it down with this denominator. So this is the easy way. So then you'll take that -3, put it down here. When I say put it down, I'm talking about multiplication. So -4 times -3, which gives us 1/12. Now, if I think about what this means this is the second way. This means 1 over -3 divided by -4. Now, if we're going to divide fractions, they both should be fractions. So I'll put the -4 over 1. Now, we never actually divide. We're going to immediately rewrite multiplication by flipping the second fraction, taking the reciprocal. Reciprocal means fraction flipped. Top goes to bottom, bottom goes to top. So this will be 1 over -4. And then you multiply the top parts together. 1 times 1 is 1. -3 times -4 is 12. Then you get the same result. Now this one. Now we got f divided by g of 1/2. So we can rewrite this as f of 1/2 divided by g of 1/2. Now this is evaluating a function, so we're going to plug 1/2 in for the x. So we got x squared plus 1 here. So we're going to have 1/2 x squared plus 1 over, and then we'll do the same thing here. We'll plug 1/2 in for the g. So we got 1 over 1/2 squared plus 1. Well, 1/2 squared, 1/2 times 1/2 is 1/4 plus 1. And here we got 1 over 1/2 squared is 1/4 plus 1. Now these right here are is a mixed number form, even though it doesn't quite look like it. Since we have this number to the side, I can take this number, this 1, multiply it times the 4. So 1 times 4 is 4, and you add number in the numerator. 4 plus 1 is 5, so that gives us 5/4. And then this will be 1 over, and again, this is a mixed number form. 1 times 4 is 4, plus 1 is 5, so that gives us 5/4. Now, the 5/4 just remains up on top, but down here, if you have a 1 here and then a single fraction here, you could flip this and multiply it times the top. So you take 1 times 4/5. Now that's just dealing with the denominator here. You could also rewrite it as 1 divided by 5/4 and then use the same trick as what we did over here by taking the reciprocal. So then this gives us 5/4 divided by 4/5. And what this means is we got 5/4 divided by 4/5. We never actually divide. We're going to immediately rewrite it as multiplication. So we'll take a reciprocal. We flip this fraction. So that becomes 5/4, which ends up giving us 25 over 16. Okay. Now this one, there is no number. So when we say f divided by g, we're simply going to put the f on top, and we'll put the g on the bottom. Now what this looks like is this is x minus 1 divided by, I'll put x minus 1 side of parentheses, divided by the bottom part, 1 over x minus 1. We just looked at numbers where we said if we're going to divide fractions, they both should be fractions. So I can put this x minus 1 over 1 to create a fraction, divided by 1 over x minus 1. We never actually divide. We immediately rewrite as multiplication. And we can flip this fraction, take a reciprocal of it, and that becomes x minus 1 over 1. Now x minus 1 times x minus 1 is x minus 1 squared, and 1 times 1 is 1, so this ends up giving us x minus 1 squared. Now I don't know if the answer actually multiplies that out or leaves it that way, but you might have to rewrite it as x minus 1 times x minus 1, multiply it through, and you get your x squared minus 2x plus 1. But either one of these answers is what it should have.